Shakal Halayim, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect. The Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice, as the scriptures teach us to do. All right, shalom to the very few sisters that do listen to us as well. This is the brother Yahweh from the great millstone, Chicago. Okay, I'm basically coming with another lesson. And yeah, basically this lesson is concerning this kingdom, you know, which the Bible refers to as Babylon the Great, which people call America, you know, nowadays. But this is Babylon the Great, that place which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, according to the prophecies of the Holy Scriptures. But I just wanted to go into the saying, man. You know, it's an old saying that says, behind every great empire or behind every great fortune is a great crime, something to that effect. You know, behind every great empire and fortune is a great crime. And that's of a truth, because this is the greatest empire that has ever graced the face of the earth on this side, so to speak. And the greatest will be the kingdom of Israel. All right, but for this kingdom right here, this has been the greatest, man. This place literally, you literally had Israelites from, you know, other places, heathens, all the people of the world, man, besides the people that were here. You know, they literally at one point in time thought the streets was paved with gold, man. The streets ain't paved in America with nothing but the blood of you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? And your labor, man. That's it. Matter of fact, let me start with that, you know. Because this land, as I just said, was built on our blood, man. And attacking the children of Israel was that great atrocity, that great crime, which built this fortune. All right, even though it was because of our sins, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai put us in slavery, you know, like it says in the scriptures, man, and the prophets, they helped forward the affliction. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness in the face of such have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors," because our labors is what made this country prosperous, so to speak. And even to this day, man, niggas are the biggest commodity on the planet of the earth, man. And I'm talking about all 12 tribes, you know, for their work, for the way they pour money into this place, for the way the elites of this society just eat their flesh, man. All right. You know, we've been the biggest victims of rape, robbery, murder, slavery, social engineering, the Willie Lynch syndrome. We have all these complexes, you know, that we have to deal with because of the burden of this captivity, man. Which ultimately, our misfortune, you know, us being the butt of every joke, you know, us being the butt of every stereotype, made this place, you know, what it was, man. And what it is. Well, what it was, because this place is going down. Nevertheless, I'm going to get right into it. Because this always goes back to that epic battle between Esau and Jacob. All right? That's what the whole thing is about, man. From the beginning to now. And now, it is Jacob's turn to reign. But Esau has built his massive empire off the misfortune of Jacob, because he has had that hatred, all right, and that ancient hatred. This is Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel 35. Is it 35? Yeah, this is Ezekiel 35:1. It says, "Moreover, the word of the Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say to it, Thus saith Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate." So if the Most High is stretching out his hand against a whole nation to make it most desolate, that means the Lord does not like everybody. And this nation, Mount Seir, is the nation of Esau. All right, the people who call themselves, who classified themselves as white today. All right. It says, "I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred." All right, that ongoing hatred, man, that long-term hatred, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and thou hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and I shall pursue, and blood shall pursue thee. Said thou, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So that's what the Lord is going to do. Since they have hated blood, blood is going to pursue thee. And that's why all these calamities are coming. All these atrocities are coming to America. You see this pandemic, the coronavirus, all right? These earthquakes in diverse places, that the scriptures say, all right? These race wars brewing, these class wars brewing. All this calamity is coming to this place. They don't have a clutch on this society, so to speak, no more, man. You see the black man, the brown man walking down the street with the white woman. That's a sign of the changing of the times, man. Because back in the day, you would have been rounded up and burnt, lynched, foot cut off, beat, did all type of shit to you. You couldn't do that. You couldn't stand on the street. And just like we read in that Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, curse this man to his face. It's a shift change in the earth, man. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. That's the shift change you're watching. But this empire was, built on all of our misfortune, and we're gonna get vindicated of our misfortune. This is 2nd Ezra 6. I think it's 6. God, this is 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. It said, and I answered and said. Then answered I and said, what shall be the part in the son of the times? When shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. All right, just so in our kingdom, all right, the kingdom that's following this one, it won't be no building, man. For us, it won't be no work. For us, it won't be no labor. For us, and the table is gonna turn. It's one thing about a table, man. They always turn. It's gonna be the other part of what they call manifest destiny, man. As we say, because it's manifested for Jacob to rule. The kingdom was always his. But Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans went off, man. And that was our misfortune. All right. And it built a hell of an empire, for the people that wasn't chosen. All right. The waste of the earth, man. And he displayed every bit of being the fucking waste of the earth. All right. By the atrocities that he has put us through, man. And, it ain't no getting around it, man. It's no getting around it, man. We're going to have our turn, man. All right, so through their misfortune, our empire is going to be built. But see, they did theirs by crime, man. They committed the biggest war crimes on the planet of the earth, all right? The biggest war crimes, man. And they just put different faces on it. So when you think of atrocities and just something bad, they blacked us. They blackballed us, man. They made us black, man. When you think of crime and criminals and shit like that, you think of people of color, man. And the only time people of color, really the only time the crimes that people of color commit is against themselves, because they've been put against themselves and against each other, because they have been put in a position, basically a push and shove position. They've been economically castrated. They've been projected into these projects and these neighborhoods and these sections, deprived of jobs, no real live education. They got that BS, what they call education, but our neighborhoods are filtered with guns and drugs, man. Are flooded with guns and drugs, sorry. So those crimes we commit against each other. Esau commit crimes against us, against the heathens, against himself, and that has built his fortune. But his biggest crime was touching the apple of the Lord's eye, and that's what actually built his biggest fortune, man. So this man got to pay. All right, this is 2 Thessalonians 1 and 5, and this is the gospel, man. This is the New Testament. I mean, it's an epistle of Paul, but this vengeance is part of the gospel, man. Yahweh Shai, who the world falsely calls JC, always talked about vengeance, man. This is 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Who troubled us? Matter of fact, let me get verse 5. It says, 2 Thessalonians 1:5, which is the manifest token of the righteous judgment of Yahweh. So this man going down, is going to be the righteous judgment of Yahweh, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of Yahweh. Because that's why our kingdom come in, man. Where this man falls, man. We can't pour sugar on shit. I always quote it. The 2nd Ezra 4:28, man. This place has to be eradicated. You can't build here, man. This place has to be destroyed according to the righteous judgment of the Most High. And we don't have the power to do that. That ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of Yahweh, for which ye also suffer. And this is what we suffer for. We hasten in our lives for this. Because we believe, we have faith that this is coming. Just like all our atrocities came, our blessings are going to come, man. Seeing that it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And that's just the bottom line, man. That's what's going to happen. That's the end all be all. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to vindicate us, the elect of Israel, Lord willing. That's us. And that's just going to be that, man. We're going to have an everlasting kingdom. We're not going to be able to do wickedness. We're not going to be able to transgress the laws. You're going to have riches. You're going to have glory, real glory. Yahushua is going to get the glory first and foremost. All right, you're going to have women. You're not going to have your head down, walking around looking like a joke, wondering how you're going to make ends meet, man. All right, all beat down, depressed. Ain't going to be no guy. Hey, look, man. Look, man. Matter of fact, let me get this. I was going to end it with that, man. I still might, but but here you go, man. Let me end it with this, man. This is Revelations 18:6. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. So that's what's going to happen, man. Esau's going to be walking around depressed. He going to be shedding tears. He going to be getting beat down, man. He going to be seeing his women, working in the field, taken away from him, man, and brought to the chambers, man. This is just what's going to happen, man. His little daughters and shit, man. When they be right. Look, man. I don't care how you niggas want to PG-13 the scriptures, man. It's just not going to happen, man. The scriptures are vicious, man. He ain't going to get to see his children grow up nice. Hey, man, we going to have a fucking ball in the kingdom of heaven, man. Call Elohim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and I believe that, man. Call Elohim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Makakadash. A double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone and to the hopeful elect. Shalom.